Brought us the most beautiful collection of artisan jewelry from the Southwest for 18 years now at HSN. And Jennifer, tell us what it's like to go and meet with these artisans and to see them working in their homes and bringing to life their collections to an audience that otherwise might not have a chance to see these pieces.
When I first met them, each and every person, I had an opportunity to sit with them and talk with them, ask questions, and it was I was a nervous wreck because I represent a lot of the artisans, and so I think they were just as scared of me as I was scared of them, because I didn't want to disrespect anyone, because I want them to have my full respect, because I'm representing their tribe, and plus what they do, because it's their income and it's what they do out of love, and it's especially a big part of their culture. And I was very honored to meet all of the artisans out there. They're very, very wonderful people.
And we're so honored to be able to share their wonderful tradition, because this goes back over 1,000 years. I mean, it was some of the Navajo and Zuni tribes that first started mining turquoise in the Southwest. They were there before the Europeans arrived. And so we get to share this history with all of you. Let's talk about this turquoise cuff bracelet, which I have to say is probably one of the most breathtaking and gorgeous and intricate and ornate designs in the entire collection. This is really an heirloom piece to add to your collection. It is brand new. Of course, these are handcrafted, so very select few of you will have the opportunity to own this, but you're gonna see some sterling silver designs and accents that you will not find in some of the other pieces. You'll see star beads, you'll see sort of the shell beads, so that wonderful scallop design, that wonderful, intriguing, textured rope twist bezel, and probably one of the most premium hand-selected center stones of the entire show. That center stone is a 36 by 24 blue Kingman turquoise. Of course, the Kingman is one of the oldest turquoise mines in the country today, and one of the only that's still functioning. Tell us why turquoise is so important to the Native Americans.
Turquoise is actually a protector stone, and it is given to a baby when the baby is born for protection, and especially for the men, it's revered as the male stone, and for the women, it's a protection stone again. So when you see this, the artisan here, his name is Emerson, again, Emerson Delgarito, and you see the stars around the center stone. The Navajo people believe that they come from the stars, and they call themselves the Dene, and the people and their ancestors. When you talk about each and every person, they say that when you come meet a person, you're supposed to say yate and extend your hand out, and that is saying hello from yourself, and especially from the ancestors from above, because you're welcoming a new friend into your family. You see the rope detail that is around each and every side, and that is
the stars that you were just speaking to, and each of them are three-dimensional, and those all have to be applied one by hand. And then you have this sort of, I would say, sort of like a shell design, this beautiful halo of the sterling silver beads, and it has that split shoulder design, so it gives you a little bit of that negative space. It's very heavy. This is a prized, really, it would be a prized collector's item from any designer, but an absolute masterpiece when it comes from the incredible Chaco Canyon collection. Really big, really bold, museum quality. I don't even know if my ruler is big enough, but just so you know, it's nearly 2 inches, and it does come in 2 sizes. We have the small medium up to 6 1/4 inch wrist, and we also have the medium large that's gonna fit up to a 7 1/2 inch wrist, with plenty of room for flexibility. Give it a squeeze, give it a hug, and it will wrap around your wrist beautifully. Highly recommend that. It is on VIP financing, by the way, for less than $50. So I wish we could spend more time on that bracelet, but there is a matching ring for those of you that have already fallen head over heels in love with the bracelet. It's also brand new. So if the bracelet isn't within your wherewithal today,